Well, given that the BOJ doesn't have that much room right now, and I think Suga, he has, he's expressed concern about the health of the regional banks. This is an issue that he's focused on going back a long way. It's kind of an idiosyncratic issue for him, and so I mean, it's unlikely, given his sensitivity to the issue. I mean, it's unlikely that he would push extra hard, for example, for further negative rate cuts. I mean, I think right now, and I think you're going to see much more focus on fiscal policy right now. I mean, of course, there's not going to be, you know, any push for the BOJ to cut back. But I think keeping the BOJ on track. There's just Suga has been so instrumental in the design and the implementation, the execution of Abenomics that I don't think you're going to see a major change in tone. Nothing he said during the campaign has suggested that he envisions either a more aggressive or a letting up on the part of the BOJ.
Is it your expectation that on the fiscal front, Tobias, that we are going to get another decent-sized fiscal package here to help thwart the impact of COVID? I mean, what needs to be done, do you think?
Well, I mean, I think Japan has avoided major business closures over the summer when it looked. I mean, certainly there were calls for it to happen, and so in that sense, I mean, I think it's things are probably looking up. But right now, I think the most pressing thing, and I think this business was closed in Abe's last weeks, and that was making sure that you had the extension of expiring employment protection subsidies. And so those subsidies are going to continue through the end of the year. That was an important step. And so keeping those in place, I think, is going to help a lot. Suga has hinted at the possibility of a third supplemental budget. That's certainly possible. And if he's in a position, he wants he doesn't want to be a caretaker. And I think if we keep that in mind, he's going to want to score some victories pretty early on. And so if he can get a decent stimulus package through to help whatever recovery we've seen during the current quarter and the quarter to come, he's going to want to help give that a nudge along. I mean, it's probably not going to be as big as we saw earlier this year, just because you haven't had the kind of closures and the economy is, I mean, it's not shut down, and so I just don't think you're going to be able to make the case for quite as much stimulus. But I think there's a good chance that he would try, to make a claim, to be a capable leader and to be capable of tackling this crisis. And therefore, I think odds are pretty good that you'd see some sort of supplemental budget before the end of the fiscal year.